a show. Hello. Welcome to the Diamond Lounge. I'm your host, Donnie C, and here with, of course,
your boy, Scrappy motherfucking dude.
Oh, you can't get it out today. We're back. So, how was your hiatus?
It was cool. It was I didn't really get too much doing anything. I was just more relaxed.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't say I was relaxed because I went through something.
What you went through?
Lost a job for one.
Yeah.
Come back. Soon as we went on hiatus, got unemployed like a mug. But that did put a damper on my holiday spirit a little bit and my relaxed mode and a lot of my plans actually.
What the last show was?
Right before Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. I ain't do too much of that. Yeah, I chill more than anything. Yeah,
So.
I chilling like a motherfucker.
But anyway, besides all that, we're back. We do have some new things in store starting in February. We gotta, try to reach out to our podcast community because I like them. I like talking to new people, and we've got some awesome podcasters out there. So got some things for that, and gonna have more of our, not so much panels, but just
Groups.
yes.
Find people to have discussions with.
Yes, gonna have more of that male-female dynamic outside of just grabbing our.
Yeah,
A little bit different.
I mean, I know y'all like looking at us too, but I know y'all want to see some more people too. You know what I'm saying?
But some more energy. So gonna have more of that on a regular, consistent basis. But until that time, like I said, when we went off, it felt like stuff was just blew up.
Yeah, we was having all type of phone conversations.
Yeah, because I was like, man. I was like, man, we need to get back home for just 1 second real quick. But
I thought you were going to probably renege on what you probably going to have a little episode or something in December, episode or two.
I held on. I was like, I'm going to keep, I've set a date. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to hold firm, and here we are.
You was itching?
I was.
Every time I see her phone, I look, I said, oh, yeah, she ready to say it. Are you free Saturday?
He thought I was going to say it. I almost had them Twitter fingers.
Yes, I'm free. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
But no. But so I did want to kind of revisit some of those topics that we missed because they were just too juicy not to. Like, I hate that we missed it. Starting with the whole Black Queen just phenomenon, like across the board. We had a discussion and my co-host here doesn't think it's that big a deal. I guess as much as I do.
I ain't gonna say it's that big a deal. I just, when I seen it, I just kept on going.
You like,
but I don't know. It probably, I don't know. Have it happened before?
Never. Like this is what I'm saying. Like this is so almost crazy, almost to the point where if you're a conspiracy theorist, you're like, what's going on here? Because this is never.
Did Steve Harvey say that?
He did.
He did.
One of them was here.
I mean, they probably thinking it was like, oh, this is a joke. He about to fuck up again.
But no. So it's like, Miss America. So first, okay, Miss Teen USA, Miss America, Miss USA, because that's two different things. Miss World, and then Miss Universe. Mm-hmm. 5 African women of African descent. I'm about to say African American, they not, but this is not.
Women of color.
Yeah, 5 Black women of different texture hair, different skin tones, but still representing for the Black women.
Whole different breed of niggas.
See, this is why. We're going to have different people on this show talking. Cause
some more people with a little sense, huh?
Yes.
A little more intelligence.
Yes.
Who know how to speak to the masses.
Thank you. Because they're not niggas or niggerettes or whatever you want to call them. They're queens. Bitches. They are...
Not the bullshit. I just bullshit.
I
just want to trigger you. I just want to trigger you. I just want to trigger you. I'm just cracking the joke.
Y'all saw this hand though.
I'm sorry.
This hand was
our beautiful queens and
all right.
princesses and
Anyway,
fine young ladies.
Our black women need it, and you know why we need? Because of comments like that.
No, not even,
no. But you playing, but it don't. You know it's real though.
Yeah, I know it's real.
So, and that's why I'm saying like that representation of just seeing yourself as a little girl in a different light, seeing yourself in whatever your shade is, whatever your hair. This ain't my hair texture, but y'all don't see my hair texture. Whatever your hair texture is.
Whatever. I don't even know your hair texture. What is it?
It's like it's like, you know what, this is part of this is like one texture. It's like several different ones, like different sections of my head got a different texture. But anyway, whatever your hair texture is, seeing that representation as being deemed beautiful,
and then let you know it is possible. So don't think just because you're this shade of black or whatever that you can't reach those type of goals.
Because it's not even just for black girls, like for even just people, period. Men, like, you know, when people say black women are the most disrespected and undervalued and all that kind of stuff, it all goes back to no one seeing that. And that's why, you know, I'm all about positivity and promoting and uplifting my people, especially my sisters, because we don't get that representation a lot. And that's why stuff like this is such a huge deal on these kind of platforms, because it's for the world to see. Mm-hmm. It's not just, you know, the HBCU Miss, you know, Queen or whatever on that camp. You know what I'm saying? This is like across.
Everybody's seeing it. Millions of people is seeing this.
And that is huge. And so I'm so proud of that.
Getting broadcasted all over the world, magazines, on
all
the news,
that. The one thing that they did do a magazine cover that kind of, I was like, ooh.
They do it with all of them?
Not yet, because see, this is before all the other ones fell into place. They did it with those first three, because at first it was just the two Miss America, the Miss America, Miss USA, and Miss Teen, and those three did a.
Hold on, it's America and the USA.
Yeah,
ain't that the same?
No, it's two different.
What's the difference?
They different organizations, different money. That's all it is. Different money. But because at one point Donald Trump.
That's an oxymoron.
Donald Trump ran one of them.
What?
Yeah. You know, he was. I think he's not supposed to be over anymore. Like he sold it, but at one point, I think it was Miss USA was his. I think Miss World and Miss USA or Miss Universe and Miss USA was his. Like
But this pre-presidential.
Yeah,
or,
it was pre-presidential.
Oh, that one everybody liked him.
Yeah.
So everybody liked him then. Nobody liked him when he started running for president.
No, because then stuff started coming out about what he was doing back. Anyway, whatever.
But nobody wouldn't have cared if he never became a president.
Probably not. But they did a photo shoot, and they did those three, and they wore Gucci units.
So you still with the.
For me, I was like, what? Why? I was like, hold on.
We already had this Gucci epidemic, and
yes.
now.
I'm like, what?
So when we break history, the first thing we did is.
I'm like, why y'all mix that? Wait.
They probably got it from Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan?
Yeah, he the black designer that Gucci picked up. Well, he been with Gucci even when that shit had happened, but he was already doing like different shit like that back, like even in the 80s and all that shit. But now he's some type of representative with them too.
Of Gucci.
But he's for the urban, like with the urban community. Yeah, I'm surprised you don't know about Dapper Dan.
Well, let me look up Dapper Dan.
He was really making shit for like all the all the big time dope dealers. Well, I ain't gonna say making shit for them. They was the ones that you was always seeing in his shit was the big time.
All I'm saying is, for me, I was just a little bit like I said, why? On this platform, you know, doing all this.
You probably got the Dapper Dan collection.
if that makes it better, I get okay.
Cause you're a black man.
I get
it. I don't know. We need to do our research to see.
Yeah.
So what if it is the Dapper Dan come from his?
You know why? You know why it don't make it any better to me?
Because it still represents.
Yes, because so you mean tell me you were with Gucci during this time when they put out that line, when they put out the nooses and all that kind of so you was part of that organization when they did that?
I think that's why people did that when T.I. came out with the 3-month deal. I think that's why they did that.
What to still support him, but boycott? No. I didn't understand that 3-month thing any more than Steve Harvey's 3-month thing. Like you don't put
What he
you don't
did?
put those time limits. The whole sex thing you don't tell people I'm gonna boycott you just for 3 months and then I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. Like you
wait
don't
90 days for the to get that cooter.
Yeah, like why would you tell someone like this is your time limit? Because then that just means okay, I just need to act right until then, and then you'll be back, or then I'm gonna get it. Like I just don't understand that. So I didn't.
I sure act right for them 90 days.
3 months. Yeah, see,
That's nothing.
I got you.
Finna be a breeze.
He like challenge accepted.
3 months, that's it. Finna be a breeze.
Because he. And then you get 32 seconds. You gotta
Bang, 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 bang. I load the whole clip.
And then he be like, I'm done. He's like, I don't want this no more.
Peace out.
But
Until
no.
then.
So anyway, that was huge, and I hate, one of those things I hate that we missed when we did. But I was so glad. Oh, I just feel, woosah. Got to say that. Got that on my little platform. So next, and this is kind of more recent than, your president.
Dude, I ain't vote for that nigga.
Did you vote?
Well, he ain't a nigga, but I still ain't vote for him.
Did you vote?
Nah, I ain't vote.
Did you vote for? Your president, Mr. Donald Trump, on the brink
Did
of...
I vote? Hold on, what just happened? Nah, I ain't vote for him.
Who'd you vote for?
I had vote for Hillary.
Oh.
I had to put the list of the two evils. I just remember there was some shit going on a few months ago. I forgot what that shit was. That's why I say I ain't voting.
Okay. Well, still, that man is trying his hardest to send us to war. And that was the clip that I wanted to get, and I so forgot it. I'm so sorry. Because, in my opinion, he's doing all of this to secure his election. Because he's impeached. He's impeached. This man got impeached, y'all. I mean, it don't mean anything because the Senate ain't going to do anything. But he's an impeached president sitting here
It was
trying to save face right now by going to war.
It was something about that. Let me see. I seen somebody post this. All right. They say before Reagan attacked Grenada?
Mm-hmm.
The year before he was up for the re-election. Bush Sr. attacked Iraq the year before he was up for re-election. Bush Jr. attacked Iraq the year before he was up for re-election. And now Trump attacked Iran the year before he was up for re-election.
Because
which I didn't even know all that even took place. But I'm like, damn, that's quite interesting.
Because it's a tactic. Like to become president, you gotta have some kind of in you. It has to be something that plays chess as opposed to checkers. Okay, and even if you're playing those expected moves, you still are gonna play that move. He knows. As much, even though he talks a lot of mess and wants to be like, "Oh, people love me. I'm the mess. Because his vocabulary is so limited. So all he knows is I am the biggest, most.
His vocabulary like mine.
No, you better than him.
What? Oh, shit, give me a high five.
Hey, look, it's not something to high five about, but you.
Shit, my vocabulary better than the president. That is for me.
Oh, that's sad. God, the standards is so low. But it is better than his though. But still.
Wow, I feel good about myself. Shit.
Oh my God.
Man,
I think even though he likes to talk a good game of saying that, oh, people love me, I'm gonna, he knows what's up. He knows his standings are not that great. He knows, dude, you didn't win. He didn't win the popular vote. Okay,
that too. And then
always understand and keep that in your head. He did not win the majority of Americans' vote. He won the electoral college system.
Yeah.
That's all he wants. So he has to maneuver his way to win that again. And if he's losing ground in that's what's hurting him because he already doesn't have the majority of Americans.
Nah, but even people who voted for him seeing shit now, they like, God, damn.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you're losing the people that voted for you, that means you're taking he stands a bigger chance of losing that electoral college vote because now you're not going to win those states that voted for you before that got you, that place. You, like I said, you didn't have the popular vote. So people don't want you. Majority of Americans didn't want you here.
Yeah, because it was, like I said, it was a lot of people already knew what he was about before he ran for president. So we were like, yeah, we probably cool with you as this, but a businessman and whatever you had going on, but not for as the leader of the free world.
No, because he's like that person that is
You
funny.
can't take serious. Like
Exactly. Like, it's fun. He's funny. He can't. I'm sorry. He's that person that can be funny, entertaining in some aspect, but I want you in this box over here where you're entertaining and funny. Sometimes, I'm pull you out there, not over my health care and my livelihood and just making decisions to keep me and my family safe and the gut. No, I don't want you over any of that.
Because how they do us for work. Like, you have to have experience and so. He should have had experiences in some type of political background somewhere before he can even did all that shit. And then I had seen I wish I would have known that we were gonna do this, talk about this, even though I had that. 'Cause I just seen that and I had screenshot that. But I had seen a clip they had showed Donald Trump talking, saying
about Obama. That's why I'm saying
doing the same shit he just did.
Yeah, that's why
I wanted
to
some shit like that.
Yeah. It was because that's what I'm saying. That's why he's such a joke. And pretty much everything everything he used to criticize Obama for, he has done egregiously. Like 100 times fold. Mm-hmm. He used to talk about Obama because he went to the golf course. This man has spent most of his presidency in the golf course. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything and anything he could think of to talk about Obama for, he has done or is a product of. Like, dude, you talk about Obama. You question his birth certificate like you had some kind of your parents are immigrants. Most of your wives are immigrants, but you try to criticize Obama.
Most of your wives.
No, for real. Like, because he had one that wasn't. The other.
This one he got right now is.
Yeah, but he had one before her that wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, but his first one, Ivanka. That's what I'm saying. Like, dude. You're an anchor baby. Like, he's such a joke. I can't stand this.
Then I seen people comparing this to the Obama with the Bin Laden thing.
I don't think even with that, I don't think it's the same. This is why I don't think it's the same. Bin Laden was, and I could be. This would be something that I need people to correct me on or send me proof of, whatever. Because Bin Laden was still continuing to put out, like, he would pop up somewhere with threats and plans of destroying America, like, and then he go and hide in some, like, wherever he was, whatever. But he would still pop up with, it's still on, still
on, bitch.
Yeah, basically, I'm still coming for you. And then they go hide again. So
this beep ain't over when I see you, hoes.
Yeah, on site. Basically, that's what it be like, on site. You don't know where I'm coming from, but when I see you,
U.S. in a click, you can't.
Pretty much. The man that he bombed, I'm not saying he was a good man. He was not at all a good man. The person he killed was not a good person at all. But from my understanding, he wasn't doing anything at this time to warrant this attack right now in this in this climate. Like, it was just.
But what happened with some? But this is what I'm saying, because I wasn't keeping up with all that until I don't think I knew about was everybody started talking about what the Trump did with the killing with the president or whatever.
That general.
The general or whatever. But then they were saying something about they did something to the U.S. Embassy or something that was over there.
They did a missile. They tried to. Did they attack or did they? I don't have clarification on that either. They either. I know they sent up. They did like a missile strike, but I think they hit a plane by accident. Like, it wasn't. So I don't know. That's like, I don't know if they actually hit the embassy or what, but they attacked back. They responded and. But
that was the first thing that happened to cause what Trump did.
No, that was after. Did I miss it? That was after.
I don't know. I heard something about something happened with the embassy, U.S. embassy over there, and then that was what made Trump do what he did.
No, I thought that was after.
Well, I don't know. I could be wrong. Because like I said, I don't be keeping up with none of that shit. I don't be watching none of that shit. I just started seeing when people start posting shit. Then that's when I started looking, saying, like, oh, shit, what the fuck going on?
No, well, okay, so like I said, my understanding is that happened after. That was like their response to his attack. Because basically they vowed revenge.
And then another thing too, which was posted on our page about with the guy that was in the army, you know what I'm saying, who was saying about everybody
making light of it.
But at the same time, I feel both sides because I understand what he's going through. I understand what he's going through because of he actually in it, and people who have people that's in it, or people who had people that was in the army. I understand, but you already know how some shit. Yeah, I make light of too, but I didn't about this situation. But I can understand why people do, which is because the reason why we make light of a lot of shit that goes on in this world is like you try to flip it.
And okay, so I understand why people do, but I more so understand where he's come, because it's like it gets to a point where it's like, dang, you gotta take something serious.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I understand, but so that's what I'm saying. Like it's to each his own. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't, because I understand. Even though I was laughing at a lot of the shit that was getting posted, I was laughing my ass off. But I was like, all right, this ain't the time to play. But like for me, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? But for other people, I see. You know why you.
But you know what?
Will.
But the thing is, what becomes kind of a dangerous ground is that we are growing into a community that doesn't take any, like, there is no chill. You know, like until it really happens to you directly, everything's a joke. It's funny. Or nothing's important. Nothing matters until it happens directly to you, and that's the problem, because that's when it's dangerous. Like you have to wait for the shoe to be at your front door to realize it's not a game.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I'm saying? I get both sides. That's what I say. Like it just like it wasn't enough for me. All right, I'll be like, well, this is a serious matter, so I won't be posting nothing joking about it. But if somebody else do it, I'm not like, hey man, you need to start taking this shit serious, man. Stop bullshit. Because I understand. Because that's our way of dealing with a lot of shit is, even like to say with the kidnapping shit.
It's kind of like sticking your head in the sand. To me, that's how it comes off.
Nah, people actually do be scared or nervous about this shit. It's just their way of dealing with it is trying to flip it. You get what I'm saying?
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's like the whole idea of that's what I'm saying. Like sticking your head in the sand. Like I'm not gonna worry about it until I have to. So I know it's this is what's happening. I'm gonna ignore this and just go into this bubble of just making it funny. And then that's what I'm saying. Like you get to that point, like it's somewhere.
Because I ain't make no joke about that shit. The shit they were going. Even though the shit with the kidnapping and all this shit with the female trafficking shit. I mean. All that shit, even that was going on there, and I was seeing people that I know personally, like and they was sitting there saying how they was seeing like certain shit that was a little fishy or whatever the case may be. You know, I ain't make jokes about none of that shit either. But but all that shit been going on. It's just the point of we have so much outlet, we have an outlet now that you see it, or just, like even with the police brutality. You can see it visually and hear about it faster now is because of the social media outlet. But even before then, all this shit was still going on.
And so I think because of that, we're getting desensitized to that. Like, and that's why I'm saying like it's getting to a point of being dangerous, because when you get so desensitized to stuff, you stop really being aware of how serious something is, to the point where it's not a joking matter anymore. Mm-hmm. Like it's a take action matter. You know, like it's one thing if you joking about it while you doing something. Like show your jokes, but also show your work. Like how are you show your
sensitivity at the same time.
Yeah, like how are you trying to actually positively impact this or some kind of way? Because like I said, that whole trafficking thing is real. Especially, I mean, I don't know, maybe because I haven't experienced it myself personally, thank God, and no one in my family has, but I've dealt with girls who have been trafficked. You know, that stuff, it really does happen. And so, and when it does happen, like it's not something to joke about or play about in any kind of way. And that's why I'm saying, like, in some kind of way, like it's like, okay, some things ain't. Because you
think about it, every movie that come out about all these different type of situations that you probably don't just hear about all the time or see all the time, but now you will now because of social media. But I'm talking about like back then when you were seeing movies about different shit. Like those movies came from true events. You know what I'm saying? It probably just wasn't when it's really when shit really actually happened, then when you see it inspired by a true story or you see a true story. But other than that, if it's just what the what I want to say, when the movie just the subject of the movie, when it's about just certain shit, that shit came from somewhere. Mm-hmm. It's not just somebody just was that goddamn creative that they just let me make this shit up. Like nah, shit come from somewhere. Like it's the shit be real.
Yeah.
You know, so even back then, even though we weren't seeing it or hearing about it as much as we do now, shit was always going on.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like when we weren't, because of social media, when we weren't seeing and hearing, like, being bombarded with it all the time, people took it more serious. But now,
you watch a movie, you be like, oh damn, man, that shit deep, man, they doing shit like that out there.
But now it's like, oh, let's joke about it. Okay, this happened. Let's joke about it. Let's joke about the white van. Let's joke about, you know, like someone made a I was in a group and someone made a comment. They said, they said if a husband forcing his wife to have sex is rape, then he said then a woman forcing her husband to give her money is armed robbery, or he said robbery anyway. And it was like, dude, that's rape ain't something to joke. Like that really does happen. Like I don't know. Like you don't. I
understand what he's saying, but it's the wrong scenario.
No, it was the completely wrong scenario. I'm like, you could have used any because in one way it's like you trying to either diminish the act of that or normalize. And then he came back and was like, I'm not trying to don't do you hear what you posted? That's exactly what you're trying to do. You trying to say either this ain't rape or if this is, then this is a crime. Like no. Make that argument something separate, whatever.
That's something separate. I get what he's saying, but that's a whole different.
But that's what social media has created. Like people have that line is completely blurred, basically like a common sense line. It's just gone. It's like it's completely smudged out. It's like not there anymore because people don't seem to have it.
Especially when I was seeing. Yeah, every time you drop your homegirl off at somebody else's house to get fucked and all that shit, that's sex trafficking or some shit like that.
See, and that's what I'm like. That was, and that's not. See, I gotta go. I gotta move on.
Oh shit, go ahead. That shit funny as hell.
No, it's not.
I ain't had sex in so long. I've been seeing what this white man talking about.
So we gonna move on before we end.
That shit do be funny. but go ahead. Go ahead.
See,
oh shit.
He that problem. But anyway, so
yes I am. But I know when I be sensitive to certain shit.
Okay. So last but not least, we wanted to end on I wanted to end on a jovial note, not what he was ending on, but Boosie, Badass, recently stirred up a lot of controversy because he wore something that he was supposed to wear. And I did get a picture off of his Instagram, well, 2 pictures off his Instagram page, and I'm going to show those real quick. So that's the first one. You see him iced out, and you know. And the thing is, the reason why this is funny is he was, he said, I bought this in the mall. I just wanted to be Kappa Fresh. Like, he didn't get the significance of it. He thought he was just being Kappa Fresh.
But I wouldn't have gave a damn about it either.
And that's why to me, that's why that was funny, because when I first saw him wear that, I was like, wait a minute. Is he a Kappa? I was like, I doubt he's a Kappa. I don't even think he was a Kappa. I was like, ooh, this is not going to be good. Because you have to have been to college to realize how, and not just college, I think mostly you have to have been to an HBCU to realize how serious that is.
But to me, but guess what though? The same ones who wear whatever their fraternity is or whatever, or sorority is, and then look how many people that wore bandanas to match their clothing, and bandanas really represent gang activity, right? So gang members come out and saying, well, you false representing.
I don't know a lot of them that wear bandanas.
But I didn't see them wear bandanas to match whatever color they fraternity or whatever it is. Or just say, well, what about people who wear army fatigue?
No,
so what's the big deal?
This is why it got funny to me, because like I said, coming from HBCU, I know how serious that is and how much of a violation that is to those organizations. they take that really serious.
But if you at college and you doing it, I can understand. But if it's
No.
sold to the masses, why are you worried about
But
something that's sold to the
it's
masses?
not supposed. That's what I'm saying. Like, I get his point. Like, he felt like he just went to the mall. He wanted to. It was free to. He felt like if I could buy it, which I honestly thought you had to have some kind of card to buy it. I didn't know they were just sold out to anybody. But anyway, he felt like if he could buy it in the mall, he could wear it or whatever. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, it was funny to me because outside of that bubble, I was like, the world ain't gonna realize how serious this is to y'all, because this is serious to y'all organizations. Like they don't play with that. So it was funny to see him because he just wanted to be fresh.
Yeah, and then how they were sitting there saying how they come out with a stump or with a line to his fucking music. So why the hell is y'all even?
Because it's different.
In that case, don't come out to my shit.
They danced to a lot of people's stuff.
Well, don't come out to my shit. You got a problem wearing your shit.
But you didn't. But you're not part of that. That's what I'm saying. Like and that's why I said I get the other side of it, because maybe because I'm not in an organization. I get, because I'm from the HBCU world, but at the same time not in an organization. I get both sides. And because I get how serious it is to them, but at the same time, I get other people's arguments because, like you said, like people that represent colleges that they didn't go to, or football teams that they don't live in that city, or whatever. Like, people think like they don't understand why it's different.
For instance, the Martin TV show. Look how many HBCU are different world. Look how many HBCUs that you done seen that people just wearing.
But that was support. But that's different.
But still, if you did not go there, why you ain't getting mad about people like representing your college?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, because that's just different. That's like really just show support for HBCU. That's kind of like just solidarity.
But if you ain't go there, why? Just so if I could fuck around, just say I go get some preview shit or whatever, right? Because I want to see the color. And
I be telling you stop doing that
because I want to do it. Yeah, man, this shit clean. This shit go with this. Okay, whatever. But I represent the HBCU.
No, I told you you represent TSU.
No, I'm representing the HBCU. But so you gonna get mad at me for representing the HBCU?
Some people might.
But I'm saying I don't get it. But like I said, saying like especially with in his case, y'all can come out to my music and do whatever y'all want to do to my music, but I can't wear y'all motherfucking logo.
Because it's supposed to mean you supposed to.
They
say because they go through something to get to earn that themselves. Like it's that's why it's an earned thing, for that culture. It's kind of like this. In some ways, you just gotta respect. Like for instance, the whole. Even though I don't use it, and I don't think anyone else should use it, but whatever. But the whole nigga word, how that's supposed to be exclusive to the black community, but now it's kind of being leased out, or allowed to other people according to who their friends are.
I'm gonna get you. Well, I'm not gonna say get you right here on this. I'm talking about on their part. I just seen some of them wear that with armor fatigue shorts.
Wear what?
They HBCU whatever that shit is. I done seen armor fatigue shorts getting worn with. I'm not saying that they probably been like Boosie, just wearing some shit that I'm not saying they probably was part of it. They probably been like Boosie, just wearing it just to be fly. But I didn't see people with whatever sorority or fraternity shit on with army fatigue shorts. You ain't been in the army.
That's a fashion thing.
You ain't been into the army.
I'm just saying that's a fashion thing.
So it's okay if you gonna get mad about this, then you need to stop doing that. Because
army fatigue is almost like a neutral.
But guess how people be in the army? They get mad about people, especially like some of these clothing that be out that have patches and all that shit or whatever the case may be.
Do they get mad at that?
Yeah, they get mad at that. Jim Jones had posted about some shit about that one time. How he had on something that had with patches and they were like, you need to take that shit off.
Oh, I ain't
like,
never knew
because
that. I ain't never heard that before.
It's like earning your stripes. Same shit. How you saying they do?
See, I never heard. I've never heard that until right now. I never even heard anything about that before.
Like, okay.
But I mean,
a lot of them probably look in the mirror about themselves too.
But But that's what I was saying. It was so funny because he wanted to be fresh, and then at first, I guess how people came at him like he should be scared. He was just like, ain't nobody gonna check me. I'm wearing what I want, whatever. But then he came back. He was like, all right, I ain't gonna wear y'all stuff no more. Just show me the dance. But then even when showing the dance, because they have a sign. Like every organization has their own sign to throw up. And so he was like, yeah, show me the dance and that little sign, y'all, show me that too. And so he started doing it and throwing up the sign, and then they're like, you can't do that either.
So, but the thing is, so why even start showing him all that if he's certain shit he can't even do?
No, they weren't showing. This is before they were showing him. That's like, I don't know who finally talked to him and got him to kind of.
But I seen some little live thing when he was trying to show.
It was a sequence of events. That's what I'm saying. Like, so first he was adamant that he was gonna do whatever he wanted to do. Wasn't nobody gonna check him. Then he came back and he was just like, all right, I won't worry y'all stuff no more. Just show me the little dance. But while he was requesting that, he was throwing up a sign. And then he came back because he was like, he wanted someone to get on. He was like, one of y'all Kappa whatever, show me, get online and show me right now. And so then I guess he found a Kappa that got on. But that Kappa, when that Kappa got on, that Kappa told him, he was like, you can't be throwing up the sign either. Like, you can't. So that's what he was like. He was like, what, y'all a gang or something? Then he was like, nah, you just can't. That's part of, like, you can't do that either. So he was like, all right. He said, fine. He's like, I won't wear y'all stuff, and I won't throw up the sign. He's like, I throw up my own sign. Just show me the dance. So that's how it ended. He ended with saying, okay, I won't. Basically, it's a respect thing.
Yeah. So somebody probably just gave him the history on it,
and that's what I said.
And then he probably like, okay, I respect that, but I just know for sure Boosie not worried about.
I'm sure
no
he's
type
not.
Of threats wise.
No, because I can't. Because if anything, if I don't know if a significant chunk of his money comes from college tours and stuff like that, then he could worry about, because that's where.
Well, for money wise, I'm talking about like for threats, like people like gonna do something to him.
No, he ain't worried about that. I'm sure he ain't worried about that. But I'm saying, like, that's probably the only way they could have hit him in any kind of way, was the fact that this could impact your money.
Yeah, because this type of shit big. You know, there's a lot of motherfuckers in between. They're really running a lot of shit. That's
why I say, like, this could get your money. So you kind of need. Someone must have came to him in that way.
No, what I'm saying, they probably told about that. So that's probably why he probably got, like, you know what I'm saying, they gave him like a little. Because like I said, there's a lot of people in high places that rep a lot of these fraternities.
They all.
That's majority of the motherfucker that's higher up.
For real, like, I mean, once you start, they either some kind of frat or Masons or Stars or whatever. They up there. Yeah. So, but it was just his reaction to me was hilarious.
It was funny though. I was seeing him trying to do that when he trying to do whatever. That I started seeing you doing like the mirror shit.
He's like, what is it? Because you know who it made me think of? I don't know if little Tay. It made me think of.
Ain't that be the shimmy he be doing? Ain't that the shimmy?
Yeah. I don't think they care about people doing a dance.
But now when they kept saying the shimmy, I had to Google it. I was like, what the fuck is the shimmy? And I seen it, I said, oh shit, that's the shit my goddamn little.
But you know who taught him that?
I said, that's the shit my little nephew cousin be doing.
But a Kappa taught him that. Chris, what's the name? Boyfriend was a Kappa, and he taught him.
Who?
I'll tell you after me. Look, I don't put stuff up. But anyway, he was taught that by a Kappa.
My little nephew cousin.
But anyway, it like I said, it boils down to a level of respect. That's all it is.
I feel that too. But some shots said
I feel like, and that's what I say, like, if it's a military thing, I've never, until you said it right now, I've never ever heard or seen of any Army person or military period make any kind of big deal out of. Yeah,
because I'm sitting there saying, I didn't heard about, just like I heard about this. It was some jacket they had worn that Dipset had worn, but it had like a bunch of like patches, Air Force patches or some shit like that. And people was saying, like, you disrespecting it because y'all didn't earn them straight. Y'all didn't put in that.
And that's understandable. Like, I guess if they said that more, and that's like, maybe, you know, it should be taken. But I've never. This is my first time.
So when I see that, so then first thing I start coming back, start thinking about, all right, well, how people feel about the camouflage then, because camouflage is Army shit, but it's fashion for us. So. So they should, like I'm saying, like, it should be, okay, well, you gonna complain about this, then you shouldn't be doing this, because I ain't seen it. I seen it on before.
That's a debate for another day.
Like I said, like, could they be in the fraternity? I don't know. But by them having it on, I like it. You know?
Another day.
Getting it fresh on, like Boosie.
So, look, we came back and ran over.
Damn.
My bad. This is what happens when you go off. You got a lot to talk about. Catch back up.
Hey,
on.
but hey,
Look, they cut the light. Y'all can't see, but in the studio they cut the lights off on us and everything.
But the thing is,
it's getting dark. Gotta
when
go.
I start seeing some of these Diamond Lounge, AM, PM shit, and all, what else go?
Brothers, sister keeper.
Hey, represent, baby. Wear that shit.
Always. So
We don't give a damn.
next week we will be talking about resolutions. And are you still on yours? I don't know. I mean, I don't make them, but
I mean, people have broke them already.
we'll see. So tune in next week for that. And until then, you gotta say the word with it.
Drop your diamonds.
Stop doing just a little finger thing. It looks nasty. You look like you're doing stuff.
Pump up the volume.
No.
Turn it up.
Looking all extra free.